Hey everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Rippin' for Rookies. I'm going to do something a little bit different on my channel today, something that I've been thinking about over the past few months and decided to put it all together for you today. We're going to take a look at the 2020 Topps rookie class, and this is going to go throughout all three sets of the Topps flagship, Series 1, Series 2, and Update. So I'm going to rank the top 20 rookies by WAR, and that's going to be their career WAR. Also going to throw in the bottom 5, a few honorable mentions. So 2020 was the year that I got back into collecting baseball cards, and just remembering opening up my first blaster box and not knowing too much about it, about the parallels, rainbow foil cards, nothing like that. Numbered cards, all kinds of different things in there, because I was collecting back in the 70s, and you basically had to figure out yourself who the rookies were. So when Topps Series 1 was released, the top 5 rookies, the chasers, you would say, were Nico Hoerner, Bo Bichette, Yordan Alvarez, Aristides Aquino, and Gavin Lux. Arguably, they were the top 5. Then Topps Series 2 came out, and it was a very weak release, and that was because of the pandemic. Baseball was not played, so there was a lot of speculation on who was going to be the next players that were going to be put in there. Well, they did put one player in there. They put Luis Robert in there, and he was pretty much the chase card. But as it turns out, 3 years later, there were a couple other good rookies in there that actually made the top 20. So when Update came out, there was really only one chase card in there, and it was Randy Arozarena, and it was because he was in his Rays uniform. He had already had a rookie card in a Cardinals uniform in Series 1, and the reason he was the chaser, he had such a great playoffs. All right, so let's take a look at the top 20. We'll go from 20 to number 1. In the middle, we'll take a pause, and we'll take a look at the bottom 5. And then we'll give some honorable mentions throughout here. So coming in at number 20 with a WAR of 4.0 was Tyrone Taylor for the Milwaukee Brewers. And he was actually in Topps Series 2. Coming in at 19 was Jose Urquidy from the Houston Astros from Series 1. And he has a WAR of 4.6. Coming in at 18, and this is from Update, is Devin Williams from the Milwaukee Brewers at a 4.9 WAR, and he actually won the Rookie of the Year in 2020 in the National League. Coming in at 17 was Gavin Lux from the Los Angeles Dodgers, one of the chaser cards that we were talking about earlier, with a 5.3 WAR. Coming in at number 16 was John Brady, and he was in Topps Series 2 with a 5.4 WAR. Coming in at number 15 from Topps Series 1 was Austin Nola of the Seattle Mariners at a 5.6 WAR. Coming in at number 14 from Update was Nestor Cortez from the Seattle Mariners. He has a 5.9 WAR. Coming in at 13 was Patrick Sandoval from the Los Angeles Angels, and his WAR is 6.0. Coming in at number 12 from Series 2 was Emmanuel Clase from the Cleveland Indians, and his WAR is 6.6. Coming in at number 11 is Nico Hoerner from the Chicago Cubs in Series 1, and his WAR is 6.6. Okay, now we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we're going to take a look at the bottom 5. And just wanted to throw that in there because not all rookies are good. All right, so coming in at number 5 from Series 1 is Travis Demeritte from the Detroit Tigers. He came in with a minus 1.7 WAR. Coming in number 4 is Bubba Starling from the Kansas City Royals with a minus 1.8 WAR. Coming in at number 3 is Robert Dugger from Miami Marlins, and he has a minus 1.9 WAR. Coming in at number 2 is Yoshi Tsutsugo from the Tampa Bay Rays with a minus 2.0 WAR. And taking the crown, I don't know if it's a crown, but from the Miami Marlins is Isan Diaz with a minus 2.6. Just think about how many Isan Diaz autographs were pulled out of product in 2020. It's quite a bit. So now let's get back to the top 10 in WAR. Coming in at number 10 from Series 2, it was the chase card. Luis Robert from the Chicago White Sox, career WAR of 7.5. From Series 1, Sean Murphy from the Oakland Athletics, 7.9 WAR. Coming in at number 8 from Series 1 is Randy Arozarena from the St. Louis Cardinals, 8.0 WAR. Coming in at number 7 from Series 1, Tony Gonsolin from the Los Angeles Dodgers with an 8.2 WAR. Coming in at number 6 from Series 2, Logan Webb of the San Francisco Giants, and he has an 8.4 WAR. All right, now I'd like to take a look at some honorable mentions before we get to the top 5. These players had all of the hype in 2020, but just didn't make it because of injuries, but they have the potential over the next few years to crack this list. One is Kyle Lewis. Actually won the Rookie of the Year that year, but due to injuries, did not make the top 20. The second is Jesus Luzardo of the Oakland A's. He was in Series 1, and because of injury, he's also on this list. Has potential in the future. One that I'm really looking forward to is the third one is Dustin May from the Dodgers. Went out with Tommy John surgery. Showed a lot of potential in the beginning of his career, and I hope that he brings that back. Now on to the top 5. Kind of surprising here. You would think there'd be some other players in here, but coming in at number 5 is Trent Grisham for the Milwaukee Brewers with a 9.0 WAR. And notable stats about him, he was the Golden Glove winner in 2020 and 2022. He also has 2 rookie cards in 2020. The first one in Series 1 with the Brewers, and he also has one in Update with the Padres. Coming in at number 4, pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, Dylan Cease. He was out of Series 1 with a 9.3 WAR. He was second in the 2022 Cy Young Award voting. Coming in at number 3, another pitcher from Series 1, Zach Gallen from the Arizona Diamondbacks with a 12.6 career WAR. In 2022, he was 5th in the Cy Young Award voting. All right, so we're up to number 2 and to number 1. If I tell you 2, you're going to know who number 1 is. They were chasers in Series 1, and they were 2 of the biggest ones. And it has come to fruition that they are number 1 and number 2 on this list. Coming in second place from the Toronto Blue Jays from Series 1 is Bo Bichette with a WAR of 12.9. He was also an All-Star in 2021. And that leads only one person left. Yordan Alvarez from the Houston Astros in Series 1, a 13.6 WAR. He was the 2019 Rookie of the Year, and he was an All-Star in 2022 and also won the Silver Slugger. So there it is. That's the list, as according to WAR. We'll see how this progresses throughout the next few years. I'd like to continue this every January, early February, just before the season, to see how the 2020 class is starting, and see if there's any new additions to it, how players rise, players fall. I think it'll be pretty interesting, and I might also do it with some other sets, maybe 2021. I'll start that one up next year. Maybe go back to 19, 18. We'll take a look at it and see what's going on. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, it's something different. Something different for my channel. Something that I wanted to do for a while. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, and if you are not part of this channel, give the channel a like. And then you can hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and you'll get notifications each and every time I do a video, do a break, anything like that. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.